the apartheid
So what would you like to
Allow
see happen,
Palestinians-
Hassan?
Do you not understand the English language?
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Awesome broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one, because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. It's hump day. It's Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. One of the humpiest of days. From the standpoint of hump, we are live and we are alive, and my head is seemingly on fire. This fog machine behind me, this vape. I'm vaping from my bussy. That's what it looks like. From a production standpoint, we have gone absolutely crazy mode here at the HasanDaily broadcast. We're live, folks. We're alive. I tweeted about JD Vance talking about you, and man, please look at the first reply. You are truly never getting healthcare. I think they think you're the number one pressing issue. Are you telling me the Vice President of the United States, JD Vance, talking about Hassan Piker Twitter shockgate slop? The American century of humiliation is truly upon us. I mean, Hassan did shock his dog and is getting away with it with his 6 million supporters. So once we get rid of him, we can focus on the next big issue. I think that perfectly shows you where like a lot of people in the Western world are, though, because like for a lot of people, that's what they're dialed in on. Like they literally think this is like a real significant problem, and that it is one that is like a far more consequential problem because it's like in front of them. I have said that I don't have that kind of motion, and I don't believe that I have this kind of motion, but I think my ops greatly overestimate the kind of motion that I actually have. Now, the reason why I say this is because I don't think the vice president should know who the fuck I am at all. I'm a Twitch streamer, okay? Congrats on your appointment as the new head of the DHS. Yeah, I know. Mexico's Morena party was just a streamer. That's not true. Streaming is a medium that is obviously important. Brother, the New York Times features you weekly. You have motion, I guess. Elon Musk talks about you. Vice president talks about you. You're bigger than you think you are. I'm me. I don't think like this. I don't see it. It's kind of like my height, right? When I walk around, I don't think that I'm taller than people until I see myself in a photo with other people. So I don't think that I am at a level where Elon Musk, the wealthiest person on the planet, should be seriously considering what I do in my day-to-day every single day. I do not think that the vice president should be talking about whatever kind of fucking drama I found myself in. Bad analogy? No, I'm serious. Like, I don't think about it like that. Dude, think about it. You have your own world experiences, and the outside interactions that you have with other people in the wild don't match up the way you see yourself. I don't see myself as that significant of a fixture of American politics, but I guess they do. Shit you do makes global news, whether you're not. You realize it, brother. You got motion now, whether you want to have it or not. I know. I don't like the spotlight. I will say I don't appreciate it. I wish I could go back to just like doing fart memes and talking about politics in my little corner of the internet without like this microscope on me at all times, constantly in the least charitable way, trying to find different ways of saying that I'm a bad person. It just sucks. I mean, woe is me, right? It doesn't fucking matter, but it is a crazy situation to fucking be in. It's a way to describe how fucked up the times are. Like, it should not be the case. Alex Jones shouldn't have this kind of motion. I shouldn't have this kind of motion. Didn't you want to reach as many people as possible? Yes, but with charitability. This kind of stuff obviously significantly hampers that kind of charitability that I could have in my outreach. I feel like you getting mentioned more by prominent people started with Stavy Baby. Wait, what? Stavros himself was not like a prominent figure when I first had him on the stream. Neither of us were. We were just like doing our own thing. That's Stavros is my friend. He is now a person that gets to act in like award-winning directors' movies alongside like Oscar nominees and Oscar winners and shit. But like this has happened over the course of the last like 6 years. They have Steve Bannon and fucking Dr. Oz. It's not wild that you're their target. You've said it before. This is the podcast presidency. I know. I wish it wasn't. I really, really wish it wasn't. John DeLillo says, drawing a firm line of the sand here. The vice president of the United States should not know about fake Twitch streamer drama. Exactly. And I agree with that. We're obviously going to watch this real quick. JD Vance went on a podcast that has no views whatsoever. And on the fucking podcast, he has some choice words. He brought up the Collargate, Dogtober 7, Shocktober 7 controversy on Pod Force One. I don't even know who the fuck this podcast is. And the podcast setup is so silly that it unironically feels like it was AI when I first saw it. But let's take a look at what he had to say.
He has this command place, which is basically if I snap my finger and point, he will run to that place and lay down.
You don't have to zap him. Like
No.
Hasan.
Not like Hasan Biker. No.
Wasn't that disgusting?
No electrocution of dogs here.
How disgusting is that? What does that tell you about a person?
Well, I think it tells you that they're not, that they're bad people.
Yes.
If you can actually cause suffering to an innocent animal, you're probably the kind of person who doesn't worry about suffering in people as well.
Yeah.
And that's been my experience. If you mistreat dogs, that's almost 100% sign that you're going to be a really terrible person. So
JD Vance has done spot training for his own dog. So he knows that it is not an abusive practice. And yet he is still leaning into this fucking idea that I'm like abusing my dog, which is crazy. Because, hello, Kristi Noem, the secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, shot her puppy point blank, ISIS execution style, and then threw the puppy's body in a goddamn landfill in front of construction workers. And the only reason why we know about it is because she wrote about it in her book. What is happening? It is so transparent that these people not only do not give a shit about animal welfare, they don't give a shit about human welfare either. Because remember, this is the vice president we're talking about. The vice president of the United States is talking about Reddit, Twitter drama while we're at the precipice of 40 million American citizens losing their SNAP benefits, as in 40 million Americans are about to starve. 40 million Americans are about to starve in 2 days because the administration does not want to use the existing $6 billion that they have in their contingency funds to keep giving money to people. They are going to go to food banks, which will not be able to make up for the lack of SNAP benefits that they get. These are some of the most underserved people in the country. Many of them work. Many of them, even larger numbers, can't not work. As a matter of fact, they have dependents. They have children with WIC. And JD Vance is over here, as the government is fucking shut down, talking about this shit. It blows my mind, dude. It blows my mind. I cannot believe that this is where we're at. Department of Homeland Security Secretary, once again, literally killed her puppy. Point blank executed her puppy, dumped his body in the landfill. None of these people care about animal welfare. The administration is shutting off 40 million people's SNAP benefits because they simply don't want to fund it. They simply want to make people suffer. They don't even care about human welfare. And this is what he's talking about. What will it take for Americans to realize that this is clearly another cycle of distraction? These people do not care about you. They do not care about their own voters. Because remember, the reason why the government is shut down to begin with is because the Democrats are not funding the CR because they want to make sure that the Republicans come back to the table. This is the only point of leverage that the Democrats have. They want the Republicans to come back to the table and fund the ACA subsidies so that their own voters, Republican voters in rural ass places, still get some semblance of subsidies when they're paying for their health care. That is the argument here. Democrats want to fund health care, and Republicans are dangling the starvation of 40 million Americans in an effort not to fund healthcare. What is going on? And by the way, the dumbest people on the planet still in this chat will turn around and say, bro is deflecting. Brother, there is no deflection. She's right there, okay? You're fucking stupid. I can't entertain your hallucinations. But beyond the hallucinations that you're engaging in, please recognize that your parents, your grandparents that rely on SNAP subsidies are going to fucking starve, okay? Wake up! Like, that's what I mean. That's what's so crazy about this. Like, first of all, it's not even a deflection. You're talking about a fucking vice president that also has spot trained with the place command their own dog. So he knows what that is. He knows that that's not an abusive practice at all. Many people don't. Okay, many people don't understand it. The very fact that J.D. Vance knows what that is, knows his own Department of Homeland Security secretary shot and killed her own puppy, means that they don't give a fuck about any of this shit. Or he's just straight up saying, yeah, we want a bad person, a sociopath. Hasan, please don't go with the ticket saying it's not abusive. You're going to get clipped, please. I mean, what can I say? What he is, the vice president is comparing me to a serial killer here in this clip, even though his own dog has also gotten spot training as well, like knows the place command as well.
Yeah, they're good people, but you can tell if somebody's really mean to animals, you know, it's like the Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
Yeah.
Like every serial killer ever has actually been really bad to animals. That's sort of how they.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even disagree with that take, except I'm not really bad to animals. I love animals. I care about animal welfare a lot more than fucking J.D. Vance does. This is the New York Post's podcast, apparently. I didn't even know. The motherfuckers will still be like, well, actually, you're just deflecting away. You're just deflecting. It's like, this is the best taken care of dog on the fucking planet. Kaya lives a better life than 99% of the people that are screaming about how I'm abusing my dog because they saw like 10 clips in sequence. And obviously, the broader point here is that we always assume that video is a format where what you see is what you get. And it is very easy to, or it's not so easy to manipulate people as opposed to text where you can take something out of context or make something utterly devoid of context. But in fact, video can also play a formative role in that. Video is also just as malleable, especially in the format that I exist in, where I'm literally live 24 fucking 7.